the man was shocked to discover that the heiress of the richest family was actually his ex-wife whom he had just abandoned. But he clearly remembered that her family had gone bankrupt when they got married. What he didn't know was that this false news was spread by the tycoon himself to test the man's character. And the woman who deeply loved him had full confidence in him, so she went along with her father's plan. But just as she was about to tell him the truth, she accidentally came across a pregnancy report. She immediately suspected the man had cheated, because she clearly remembered that after their wedding he never took her to register the marriage, and he never touched her at all. Even though they had been together for years, the man always acted like the perfect husband, doing housework every day after coming home. The woman had always believed that he must truly love her, but the pregnancy report made her realize he never loved her to begin with. And everything seemed to have been leading up to this moment, because on the night before their wedding, something happened, which explained why he never touched her. Turns out the woman was once a judo champion. That night the police approached her, asking her to go undercover and infiltrate a gang to rescue a hostage. So without hesitation she left the wedding preparations and rushed to complete the mission. Meanwhile, the man saw breaking news about a kidnapping, and the footage showed the woman being humiliated by criminals. Just then she came home covered in bruises. The man immediately asked if she had been touched by someone, and she nodded, but didn't explain she was on a mission, because the gang leader was still at large. Even though she had video evidence to clear her name, she chose not to reveal it to protect the hostage. What she didn't expect was that this led the man to believe she had lost her purity. So for 3 years of marriage, he not only refused to touch her, but also betrayed her without registering the marriage. 3 years ago, she married him despite her father's opposition, and now, her father had let go of the past, and her brother was even ready to invest billions into the man's company. The woman planned to use this opportunity to bring him home and return to her life as a wealthy heiress, but she never expected that the man never truly believed in her. As she looked at the man who once cared for her so tenderly, all she could think of were the images of him with another woman. She couldn't hold it in and ran to the bathroom to throw up. The next day, she resigned and prepared to leave, but while packing, she received an invitation from the scheming woman, saying the man would also be there. So she decided to go, because she wanted to hear what he would say. But the man still thought she knew nothing, so he continued to act like a loving husband in front of her. Later, when he stepped away, the scheming woman dropped the act and deliberately drank from the man's wineglass, provoking the woman face to face, trying to drive her away. But the woman calmly pointed out that she looked a lot like one of the kidnapping suspects from 3 years ago. The scheming woman instantly panicked and lashed out in anger, but the woman just gave a cold smile. When the man returned, the scheming woman pretended to be bullied, and the man immediately took her side, questioning the woman harshly. As she tried to explain, he ignored her and only listened to the other woman, blaming her again and again. At that moment the woman finally exploded. The next day, the man forced her into his car. She thought he had planned a surprise for their anniversary, but it turned out he brought her to celebrate the scheming woman's birthday. Even his mother and sister joined in, saying she wasn't good enough for him, and teamed up with the other woman to humiliate her. The scheming woman then intentionally